We've looked at the comments and it's getting really hard to ignore your demands. Welcome back to Animeology, and we've finally caved into the audience requests for our top 10 favourite harem animes with an insanely overpowered main character. Number 10. Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero. A brilliant blend of action and fantasy, Rogue Hero is not afraid of exploring some extremely high-concept fantasy elements with the perfect excuse for a brilliant harem to develop. The absolutely awesome fight scenes really pushes this anime to the next level. The world of Rogue Hero involves groups of several young men and women that are taken away to a magical world filled with swords and sorcery by the name of a Lizard. Those that survive are blessed with powerful magical abilities. There is an international organization that protects the people that get sent to this mystical world and helps them train and improve their powers. The core plot follows a hero by the name of Atsuki, returning back to the world with a beautiful girl by the name of Miyu, the daughter of the last Dark Lord, the last person that Atsuki defeated in battle. With messy purple hair and blue eyes, our MC Atsuki is a regular heartthrob. Taking care of the Dark Lord's daughter, Atsuki may seem rough around the edges and borderline perverted character, but is really a very noble and honest man. Number 9. Trinity Seven. A fun mix of romance and comedy with some exciting elements of fantasy make Trinity Seven one of the most engaging and fun harem-based anime series out there. Starting life as a highly successful manga series that is still running, Trinity Seven has a brilliant sense of world building and some very intricate and well thought out core cast of characters. We start off following Arata Kazuka and his relatively normal life with his childhood friend Hariji Kazuga. One day, the Black Sun dawns, a horrifying event that destroys his hometown, and Hariji mysteriously disappears. Alongside a lot of his other friends and family, Arata focuses hard and wishes for the world to be back to normal. Everything seemingly returns to normal, but a passing by witch reorganizes the powerful spell. She approaches Arata and shows him the truth. Arata realizes that he needs to learn the powers of the mage in order to rescue Hariji, so he joins up to a powerful and elite magical academy that trains young magic users. Meeting the Trinity Seven, 7 extremely powerful mages that agree to help Arata find his missing childhood friend. But things get even stranger when one of the Trinity Seven looks exactly like the missing Hariji. Number 8. 100. A brilliant mecha series with some insane action scenes that spends its downtime developing a very rich and fulfilling harem around a surprisingly engaging and well-designed main character. Hundreds takes its name after the powerful weapon that is able to transform into many different forms. Humans use these impressive weapons to fight against mysterious and powerful life forms that are called savages that are constantly attacking Earth. Those powerful enough to wield these weapons are known as Slayers. We follow Heiota on his journey through an elite marine academy to become a Slayer. But life gets complicated when he starts to question his history with his beautiful roommate Emily Crossford and the school's most powerful Slayer, Claire Harvey. A fun series that definitely gets pretty heavy and serious at times, with awesome and unique megs and some really interesting and unique harem moments. 100 is a brilliant series that is a must-watch for any harem lover. Number 7. Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle. Another awesome anime series that has seen a great deal of success as a light novel, manga, and anime series. The Undefeated bahamut Chronicles has a brilliant sense of fantasy with some insane mecha technology to back it up. We learn of an insane revolt 5 years ago that overthrew the Arcadia Empire, and the story kicks off with the Empire's former prince, Lux Arcadia, accidentally walking into the girls-only bathroom. He sees the new kingdom's princess naked and learns a secret about her true family history and lineage. One that ties her with a pretty major conspiracy and a secret that could upset the entire empire. She challenges him and defeats him in battle, forcing him into her debt, as the two attend the elite female-only academy and train in order to become royal drag knights, powerful and highly skilled pilots that defend the kingdom from any and all threats. Number 6. Armed Girl Machiavellianism. A fun action series that never takes itself too seriously, this is the perfect watch to just lie down, relax, and just get pleasantly entertained. We meet Fudo Nomura, a young man that's expelled from his high school due to a violent and crazy fight that he was part of. He's sent to a private school that isn't as perfect as it seems on the outside. Turns out the female students at this school have actually been violently oppressing their male classmates ever since the school started accepting male students. A group of 5 powerful vigilante female students known as the Supreme Five Swords threaten our MC at sword point and threaten him. They tell him to bow down to their rules or leave the school, but our MC doesn't bow down and reveals his insane levels of power. With an impressive signature technique that is known as the Spirit Bullet, our MC makes it his aim to defeat each of the Supreme Five Swords and save the male students at the school. Number 5. UQ Holder. An awesome action and fantasy series that tells the story of a young Totakono, hoping to leave his village and live life in this huge structure in Tokyo that extends far into space, but his journey is not as simple as he'd hoped. Mortally wounded by a bounty hunter, Tota was turned into an immortal vampire by Yukiem, slowly gathering a small group of interesting characters. The gang slowly makes their way towards Tokyo City and encounters a secret society of immortal beings known as UQ Holder. Constantly chased and on the run, this is a series with a constant underlying sense of tension behind it. An interesting series with a very rich world behind it that is slowly unravelled through each scene. A brilliant series that had us on the edge of our seats through every single episode. Definitely worth watching and highly recommended. UQ Holder is a pretty unique harem that you do not want to miss out on. Number 4. IS. Infinite Stratos. A bit more on the light-hearted side, Infinite Stratos may seem like an awesome action mecha series, but is actually more of a romantic comedy than anything. A fun and interesting series set across a rich and deep world has allowed this series to see a great deal of success as a light novel, manga, and anime series. This series is set in the near future when we realise of this insanely high-tech exoskeleton that has been created and called Infinite Stratos. This tech allows for an unrivaled level of tech and combat capabilities and is so powerful that it can actually threaten the world. However, this tech can only be operated by women and creates a crazy power balance where women dominate society over men. The series itself follows a 15-year-old Japanese boy that has the ability to actually operate one of these suits. The Japanese government is amazed and forces the young boy to attend an elite academy that trains Infinite Stratos pilots from all over the world. Fun and light-hearted with an occasional fight and action scene thrown in for good measure. Perfectly balanced and a great harem series all over. Number 3. Shomin Sample. Outright hilarious this was as a series that had us laughing from scene to scene. Everything about Shomin Sampo is perfectly light-hearted and funny to the bone, following Kimoto Katsugurika, a seemingly normal high schooler, one day forced to attend and enroll into an all-girls school filled with noble female students that are separated from the rest of the world in order to preserve their innocence. Unfortunately, cutting off these girls from the rest of the world has left them pretty messed up mentally. The school is trying to fix this problem and has kidnapped a random male commoner in the hopes that this common man's way could be a gentle way to get these girls used to the outside world. He has no choice but to cooperate, and is only a matter of time before Kimoto is surrounded by all sorts of beautiful and gorgeous noble women that are so fascinated by the young and relatively innocent high school boy. Number 2. The Testament of the Sister. An absolutely must-watch for any harem anime fan, The Testament of the Sisters' New Devil is a full-blown Akechi series through and through. With some interesting fight scenes and supernatural elements, the core premise of the story is exactly what most ecchi fans love to hear. The series starts off with our MC's father remarrying into a family with two new cute stepsisters, Mio and Maria. Leaving the sisters and his son behind in the house all alone, we soon learn that the two girls are part of a demon clan, and our MC, Barasa, is a member of an elite hero clan. The demon girls try to trick our MC and make him a servant, but he flips the script and forces the girls to be his servant. Honestly, this series is just a whole line of Akechi scenarios in one of the greatest harem anime series out there.